It's a Disney Springs Saturday. Hi everyone, it's Herb from World of Walt. Still a couple weeks away from the opening of the parks here at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So where else would we be except for Disney Springs, a chance to get a little bit of Disney fun before the parks open. It's interesting that we're seeing these signs throughout Disney Springs that face masks are available with kind of this fun Disney character design. That's cool. And we continue to see these health and safety signs around about washing your hands. When you cough, cover your mouth and seek attention if you got an issue. Mike, good morning to you. Welcome to Disney Springs. Thanks for being here. Hi, Jackie. Jody from Virginia. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Disney Springs. It's nice to see the aerofoil balloon up in the air. It looks like it's actually coming down right now. Hi, Barbie. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining me here at Disney Springs. So this was another big week of Disney news. The Disney Parks Pass became available to annual pass holders. So I was up bright and early on Friday morning and snagged some park passes for some upcoming weeks. Was not able to get a parks pass for the opening day on Saturday, July 11th, unfortunately, but the next couple Saturdays I do. I'm going to skip a week because of vacation and then have one in early August. So looking forward, if all goes as planned, to sharing some future Saturday mornings with you from Disney parks. My first one is in the Magic Kingdom, then I've got one in Animal Kingdom and in Hollywood Studios. Linda from Ontario, Canada, good morning to you. Andrea says, thanks for the Disney fix. You are very welcome. Glad to bring it to you. Hello, Victoria and Austin. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Saturday. Rick said, was here on Tuesday. Great barbecue. Cool. Wonder if you went to the Four Rivers Cantina food truck. They got really good stuff there. So as we often do on these Saturday morning broadcasts, going to hang a left up here. We're going to head down towards the west side, where there's not a whole lot going on actually, and especially so early in the morning there's not a whole lot going on. But it is very interesting to see what's happening with two construction spots down this way. One is the M&M store, and the other is the ice cream shop, the Ample Hills ice cream shop. Kathy says, can't wait to see the castle up close. Yeah, me too, actually. I think that by the time the parks open, the new paint job in sort of pink and deep blue and gold is probably going to be in place. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Richard, good morning to you in Connecticut. Thanks for being here. So you can see that a lot of these stores now are open here on the west side of Disney Springs, especially all the Disney operated stores. Marvel Superhero Headquarters is open. Candy Cauldron is typically operating. I don't know if it's open quite so early, but good to see. Steven said, excited to see the parks September 1st to 4th. Looking forward to it as well. So Disney did open up the Parks Pass reservations for annual pass holders on Friday. They opened up the reservations for resort reservation folks earlier, and general tickets are going to be opening up on Sunday. So some days of the parks have already filled up, especially those closest to the reopening dates in early July. Angie said, we'll be there in 35 days. Hope you have a really good trip. Kathy, will be interesting to see the Tron progress. I agree. So there was an interesting article at D23, the official fan club for Disney, with some management from Disney Imagineering saying specifically that the Tron light cycle coaster at the Magic Kingdom is going to progress in phases, was the word that they used, or the phrase that they used, which I think that means it's delayed. I think that's the nice way to say that it's not going to be happening in the original timeline. It may not be ready for the opening of the 50th anniversary. We'll just have to see what happens. Part of it, I think, is probably just construction, that everything got delayed, is going to have to be reworked. But I'm certain that part of it is also money as well. Disney has very publicly announced that they're going to be cutting back on capital expenditures by $900 million in the parks. That's a lot of cash. That's a lot of stuff that's going to get either pushed off or canceled. And we'll have to see over time just what that looks like. Melanie says, heard they canceled Mickey's Not So Scary. This is true, they did. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party has been canceled for this year. Disney has said, given the nature of the party and the key things that make the party what it is, they just can't make it happen. So fireworks are a big part of it, trick-or-treating is a big part of it, parades are part of it, special character meet and greets are a part of it, and all those things are going to be very hard to do this year. So unfortunately, no Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. No news yet about Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Still a little too early to tell. Okay, so here we are on the west side, and you can see that the front of the M&M store still looks like it's in kind of a deconstruction mode, but a pretty serious deconstruction mode. The front of the building has been, well, ripped off, and new stuff will be coming soon, I think. Ann said, any word on 50th anniversary? So not that I have seen. I'm sure that Disney will want to do everything they can to take advantage of the 50th year of the Walt Disney World Resort. It is a very big milestone. But just when and how, don't know quite yet. I have heard a rumor that instead of the anniversary year being 2021, say from January to December, they may start the anniversary in October, because October of 71 is when the resort originally opened. So it could go from October of 21 through to 2022. We'll have to see what happens. I've got to imagine there are lots of folks who are very busy right now trying to figure that out. All right, it is a bright day today, and for some reason during the broadcast, my phone decides it wants to turn down the brightness level, so it's a little hard for me to see what the comments are, but that's okay. We'll keep going. I'll duck into the shade occasionally and see if I can read a few. So Ample Hills still says coming soon. Have not really heard if that's going to go or not. I think I mentioned that Ample Hills Company, it's been reported, has been in a bit of a financial pickle. So we don't really know if that construction and that new ice cream shop is going to open. Personally, I hope it does, because I've had their ice cream several times over at the boardwalk, and it's really, really good. Looks like some folks are getting ready for the opening of the food trucks here. Fun place to get to try some different things out. John said, shared and liked. John, thank you so much. Appreciate your doing that. Appreciate all the comments, all the thumbs up. It's a great way to get the word out for the shares especially, so thank you for that. So I do have a little giveaway, a little bit of an uncontroversial or unconventional one. So Susan, who watches these videos, made a purchase of a Home is Where Adventure Is t-shirt from worldofwaltstore.com. She ordered an extra large, and it fits more like a large, so it doesn't fit. The folks who fulfill those orders at TeePublic are going to send her a new one, and she would like to give her shirt to any first responder or a family of a first responder. So if you are a first responder or a family of a first responder and you would like to get a ladies extra large shirt, which fits more like a large, send an email to me, info@worldofwalt.com, and in the subject line just put first responder, and whatever first response I get, no pun intended, I will connect you and Susan up if you can use that shirt, and the two of you can arrange to get the shirt. And Susan, thank you for being so kind and willing to share that shirt with you, or share that shirt with the folks on the broadcast. All right, I'm going to cut over a little bit because I'd like to see if the Uniqlo store is open. So one thing that happened this week is that Florida's decided to shut down bars because apparently some of them were not enforcing social distancing. That may be causing some additional rise in cases. But someone also mentioned that the Uniqlo Japanese department store closed up as well. So we're going to take a little stroll by there, see if that's the case. Jim, good morning to you in Seminole, Florida, down in the south. Nice to see you. Tracy said, am I on a Segway? It looks smooth. No, I'm not on a Segway, actually, but I am on my feet. But I do have a gimbal, which allows the video to be very stable and not so shaky, which is cool. It's interesting that you bring up Segway. I saw news this week that Segways are going to be discontinued. That made a big brouhaha when they were first introduced. I still remember that. It was going to be the product that changed the world, and, well, didn't really turn out that way. I guess you don't know until you try. Not a lot of folks out, but it is still very early here at Disney Springs. And it is a warm Saturday, but it is a beautiful day. Gina said, beautiful scenery. I agree with you very much. Linda said, I love that the filming is so smooth. Thank you for that, Linda. I appreciate it. I'm actually very happy that I have this piece of equipment to make that happen, so it's much easier to watch. It's cool to see the spring here running by Planet Hollywood going over towards Blaze Pizza. Blaze Pizza, definitely one of my favorites here at Disney Springs. So we're going to hang a right, which will take us right next to Blaze Pizza, and then a left so we can go past Uniqlo. So Homecoming, Chef Art Smith, if I've got the name right, place, had a bar that was going to reopen. I think did reopen for a couple days, but is probably shut down now, I guess depending on their mix of service. Places that primarily serve alcohol are shutting down, although places that have a mix of both food and alcohol are hanging in there. Mary Lou, good morning to you in Philadelphia. Nice to see you. Dina, good morning in New York. Hello. Carol Ann said, they're right. I think that was the comment. So that's what I was going to do anyway. Kind of cool to see the lanterns in the spring. Looks very pretty at nighttime. Okay, I'm thinking Blaze Pizza might not be open quite yet, just 10 o'clock. A little bit of a quiet stretch here in Disney Springs, but that's okay. Still fun to walk around and listen to the music. It's interesting that the Orange County Sheriff's Office here looks like a coming attraction. Probably a good place since Disney does have quite a bit of security, and it's helpful for them to have a spot where all the officers can check in. Disney Ticket Center, not doing much business right now. Ticket sales are still suspended, so if you have a ticket that you purchased a while ago, you can get a Parks Pass for it. But at this moment, Disney is not selling new tickets, which just sounds like such a strange thing, but that is what is going on. Okay. Tried to take a little stop and read the comments. I'll have to check them out later. But it's just a little too bright, and my screen has just decided to do its own thing to conserve battery. That's okay. We will continue on. So one thing I did want to check out, I'm going to hang a left up here, see if the Uniqlo store is still closed down. It was reopened with Disney Springs, but then saw that it was closed down. And some different spots at Disney Springs have open and closed and open and closed. Some of it might have to do with staffing. Some of it might have to do with inventory, logistics, management, that sort of thing. Hello, Brett in Philly. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Peggy asked a question about the temperature checks. I'm sorry I couldn't see the entire comment, but I'll tell you what my experience is. So when you come in from the garages here, you do need to get a temperature check. They use a touchless sensor. It looks kind of like a little plastic gun. And they just hold it to your forehead. It takes a second or two. And then they tell you if you're good to go. And if so, you continue on. Disney has also been pretty strict about face coverings. So if you don't have one, they won't let you in. I think they may have some that they can help you out. And if you walk around, if you get in and you walk around, you take your face covering off, a cast member is very likely to stop by and say that you need to wear it. Casey, good morning to you. Hello, Betty. And all right, trying to make out some comments here, but my screen is just not cooperating very well. I have to see if I can somehow force the brightness level. I think I may have a battery saving setting that's tripping me up. All right, so World of Disney Store is straight ahead. It's interesting that the first few days the World of Disney Store was open, they put a queuing system in, and they needed it because a lot of people came out. So originally you had to get in line, give them your phone number, and they would text you when the room in the store opened up. But as of recently, I would say my past visits in the past couple weeks, did not have to wait to get in. They do still monitor the number of people coming and going, but I even saw that they removed the social distancing queue lines from the entrance. Okay, so this is one thing I did want to check out. It looks like Uniqlo has put one of the "Sorry, we are closed" signs up. So it looks like they have shut down again. All right, we are going to keep going in our tour of Disney Springs another Saturday. We're going to take a little peek inside the World of Disney Store. So next week, also Disney Springs. I don't think people who are not staying at a resort can get to the resorts. Week after that is when Magic Kingdom and Disney's Animal Kingdom open on the 11th. Unfortunately, I was not able to get a Parks Pass reservation because they were all gone. A lot of people want to get back. Still have my fingers crossed for Thursday and Friday, July 9th and 10th. That's when annual pass holder previews are going to be taking place. Have not yet learned how those previews are going to be divvied up, but I'll see if I can get in. So over here to the left on the ground is where there used to be social distancing queue markers, and they aren't anymore. Good morning. All right, welcome to the World of Disney Store, one of my favorite haunts. Stephen asked if pin trading store is open, and it definitely is. I have stopped by a number of times. Looks like they have a very nice set of inventory. I'm going to take a second and look at some of the t-shirts over here, which are always fun. It's a set of designs that change frequently, and they've got great designs too. Gina says this is her favorite store at Disney Springs. It is a good one. I always enjoy coming here. John says loves to hear the music. It is a fun part of the Disney experience wherever you go. Joe says thanks, you are welcome. All right, let's just take a look at some of the shirt designs. Actually, this yellow design here, sort of 70s retro, has been very popular. I haven't really seen too many of this orange one out and about. I have seen a few of these red ones. Looks very classic. I like this fun design. Kelly said it's a favorite store. I enjoy it too. I think this is a fun design. What's up, dog? Debbie said it's a favorite store. Susan, hello to you in Palm Springs, California. Nice and early for you. That's kind of a fun style. Patty says, thanks for doing the broadcast. You're welcome. I'm happy to do it. This one's kind of fun too. The most magical place on earth. Chrissy says, hope she can come down in late September. I hope that works out for you as well. I like this Mickey design. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Deb says has the yellow shirt from way back. Maybe when it originally came out. That's cool. A lot of these sort of retro 70s graphic designs are really making a hit. Heather says loves the shirts. I like this one, sort of Mickey overwatching all of the Walt Disney World Resort. Pretty cool. Nilda says best store ever. Kathy said her husband needs the Goofy shirt. That's kind of a fun design too. This one's interesting, all these sort of stylized letters. Pretty cool. This is a nice one too. Susan says very cute. Jenny says thanks for showing us World of Disney. Glad to do it. This is a nice design as well, so showing off the entrance arch from when you first drive in. Very cool. Andy said, when am I going back to the parks? So my next park pass reservation is for July 18th, the week after the parks open. Was not able to get in on July 11th because all the parks passes were gone when I tried. But I'll see if I get a chance to do the previews on the 9th and 10th. Don't know yet how that's going to work. The original Walt Disney World. Mary Ellen said, wearing the retro World of Walt t-shirt. Thanks for doing that. If you want to check out the supply, you can head over to worldofwaltstore.com. People have asked about World of Walt masks, and actually the designs at worldofwaltstore.com, you can get in masks, so you might want to check it out. Grumpy for life. I'm glad someone has not purchased that shirt for me, but they probably could. Grumpy, he's a great character. I love him. Katie said, just ordered a Splash Mountain shirt. Yeah, Splash Mountain, a lot of the merchandise here has been going. I was talking to a cast member at the pin trading store. She said all the Splash Mountain stuff disappeared in one day. Carol said, cute shirts. Ursula, poor unfortunate souls. That's cool. Gizmos and who's its and what's its. All right, got a couple more to check out. This is fun. Very colorful designs. This one's sort of like tie-dyed psychedelic. Very interesting. Sev said, a great glimpse back in the magic. Thanks for doing it. You're welcome. Appreciate your being here with me. I have not seen this design before. Mickey's sort of taking a picture with his phone. That's cool. And Forky. Forky, the character that I didn't know I would like, but I do. Very fun. Living the dream. There you go. Barbara says, thanks for doing this. Been coming since 1971. Good for you. Wendy said, just got World of Walt masks this weekend and they're awesome. Great. Thank you for doing that. Missy said, World of Walt mask. Lots of fun. All right, everybody. Appreciate your being here with me today. Thanks for taking a little stroll around Disney Springs, seeing what's going on. Plan is next week we'll be at Disney Springs as well. After that, we'll see if I get a chance to be involved in the preview on July 9th and 10th. July 11th is going to be playing it by ear a little bit, but then the next couple Saturdays, if things go as planned, I've got parks passes and hope to be back in the Disney parks for live broadcasts. All right, everyone. Hope you have a great Saturday. Appreciate your being here with me. As always, thanks for all the comments. It's fun to read them. Thanks for the likes, the thumbs up, the shares especially. It's a great way to get the word out. I hope you have a great Saturday. Jessica says, has a great weekend, enjoys watching. Thank you for that, Jessica. Richard said, why is Splash Mountain selling out? Because, good question, because Disney announced this week that they are going to retheme Splash Mountain at both the Magic Kingdom and at Disneyland to Tiana and Princess and the Frog. So, big change. Larry said, got some Splash Mountain pins. Glad you got them before they were gone. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Thanks, as always, for being here. And until next time, God bless.